welcome to Let's Talk Football. I am RJ,
And I am Jeremiah.
and today we're going to talk about the Thursday night game from Week 1, the Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it was a good game.
Opening night football. It was a pretty good game. It was pretty back and forth all the way through.
Dak Prescott returning from his ankle injury after playing no preseason.
Yep. He looked pretty good for the most part. Early on, there was a few iffy throws where he could have been a little more in front of it, but 58 attempts in his first game back and 42 completions. I'd say he had a pretty good day.
403 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Aside from touchdowns, he looked better than Tom Brady.
I would kind of agree with that. Tom didn't look so bad himself. Same as Dak. A few iffy throws where he missed a wide open guy or something.
A couple interceptions.
One of them was on a Hail Mary, so I'm not going to quite get on him on that one. But the other one, it is also kind of on the running back, but I'm going to put the other one on him. It was a pretty bad ball.
And the one interception Dak threw wasn't even a bad throw. It was knocked off by the wide receiver. So
yeah, the only argument I can think of it being a bad throw is it was in traffic. So it is really hard to make.
But quarterbacks make throws in traffic all the time.
Right, yeah. A receiver, they'll get in their own head. They get scared of getting hit by that safety. So I'm just going to assume he got scared. But other than that, yeah, it hit him right in the hands. He has to come down with that ball. All right, to be fair, that Tom Brady pass interception did technically go off his receiver's hands, but it was definitely a worse throw. It was
right. I didn't catch that one. I didn't catch the beginning of the game. I was at work. So
yeah, it was a screen pass, and he threw it basically above his running back's head. And his running back saw it late. It dinked off his hands, went right to the receiver or the cornerback. So if that one was just placed better, wouldn't have been a pick. Whereas the Dak one, it was placed pretty much perfect in that situation.
I'm a little surprised, even with the Cowboys. It was a pretty heavy passing game. Even Ezekiel Elliott had less than 40 yards.
Yeah. Elliott didn't have too hot of a season last year. He led the league in fumbles. Definitely a down year for him, and people were expecting a bounce back season. He lost 20 pounds in the off season. People were expecting probably a little more out of him than just 3 yards per carry. 11 carries for 33 yards. That's not That's not a stat line to brag about.
That's not the Zeke we saw 3 years ago.
No. He even averaged 3 yards too. He had 2 catches for 6 yards. So,
yeah.
Not the greatest game. The people I want to give a shout out to on the Cowboys, their defensive line, they were looking pretty good throughout that game. They were giving Tom Brady some pressure. They were looking pretty good out there. The linebackers, they were getting burnt by Gronk the whole time.
Yeah.
That was just a mismatch. They need to either put a linebacker that's capable of guarding him or put a safety on him, something.
Right.
That was just a little embarrassing sometimes. Yeah.
Amari Cooper had a day too, man.
Yes, he did. He
13 catches, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged 10.7 yards a catch. He went off. And CeeDee Lamb was going off in the end too.
Yeah, I would say in the end for the most part. He had 3 drop passes. Or so he's the one that led to the Dak interception. He had 2 before that. He that their very first drive, he had 1 or 2 drop passes. Yeah, maybe if they score a touchdown or get that field goal in that first drive, they win that game. Like, yeah, he had 104 yards and a touchdown, but he had 3 or 4 drops, and I'm sure he's going to be thinking about those for a little while. Especially because like they all pretty much just hit him right in the hands.
Now let's talk about the fact that all that defensive pressure all game, and the only recorded sack is by Shaquille Barrett.
Yep.
Interesting.
Tom Brady, he has one of the quickest releases in the game. He, you know, a lot of dink and dunks, I would say.
Yeah. Oh man, he got lucky with that pass. He was going to the ground, threw the ball.
Yeah, I was calling him Patrick Mahomes for a second when I saw that. I was like, Brady and Mahomes, who is that? You know, like,
Right, dude. That is not a Tom Brady play. He does not play like that.
he looked like he was 32 right there. You know, he dodged the sack and then as he was tripping over, made the throw. It was a good catch by Fournette. You know, he had to jump up for it, but he came down with it.
Yeah, he did. It was almost a pick six. So,
You know, I'm going to call Mike Evans out for my fantasy team. All right. I know they don't give a damn about my fantasy team, but I do.
yeah, he didn't have that good of a game, man.
Well, you know, he didn't have like any balls thrown towards him. Like at the end, he did, and he dropped like 2 balls. They were technically tipped, but you still gotta catch those. Like
Yeah,
you
he
need to be
did. He did. In fairness, in those replays, he didn't look like he put in much effort
Yeah,
to
exactly.
catch
That's
them.
the thing. Yeah, like that last one that got tipped. He
He
looked like
just stood there.
he just stood there. Didn't even try to go for that ball. Like you got to go for that. But one of the bad throws that Tom Brady made. It was first quarter, very early. Mike Evans ran like a simple curl route, and Tom Brady threw like 3 yards to his left. And you know, and then he didn't get a single pass down towards him until like the fourth quarter. But I didn't see Mike Evans throughout the whole rest of the game ever since Tom Brady missed him on that pass. I was so pissed.
Nah, Gronk and Antonio Brown were getting a lot.
Antonio Brown was he was killing it.
Yeah, 5 receptions, 121 yards. Dude averaged 24 yards a carry or a catch.
Yeah, he was just constantly finding his way open. His touchdown, he had like 5 yards on the cornerback. It was a wide open touchdown. It was just too easy sometimes from what it looked like.
So I know Tom Brady threw his 100th touchdown today. Who caught it? Which one?
Well, his 100th to it's not his 100th. This is 100th to Gronkowski.
Oh, his 100th to Gronkowski. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan told me his 100th touchdown. I was like, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I guess.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. His 100th to Gronkowski is I think it was like 86 in the regular season and then 14 in the postseason.
So they've made 100 connections. That's
Yep. It's quite a bit.
100 connections for a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's
a lot more.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think
they're a great duo.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where they're at all time in duos. Like I think I remember like back when Gronk retired originally that first time, I think they were maybe in like 5th place or something for duo touchdowns.
They got to be behind Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Oh, definitely. Jerry was just on another level. His records aren't ever going to be caught. Probably. Like, I mean, Calvin broke his single season record, but his all-time records, like his all-time receiving yard records and stuff like that, those aren't going to be caught. Definitely not anytime soon.
Right.
He was just on another level. Yeah, I mean, they might be like in 3rd place or something with connections.
But you wanted to give a shout out. You wanted to give a shout out to the Dallas Cowboys defensive line. I want to talk about the Buccaneers defensive line, man. They were, granted, they're a great defensive line. They have been, But
Uh,
they had a pretty decent game. They were putting some pretty good pressure on Dak.
I would say they were definitely doing better at stuffing the run than doing a little bit of pressure, but they were definitely getting some good pressure throughout throughout
It
the game.
is,
The Cowboys maybe got a little more consistent. It's just from my eyes, from what it looked like.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And I mean,
But it was definitely back and forth all around with just, I mean, defensive plays here and then offensive plays here is just you got pretty much everything in this game. You got fumbles, you got interceptions, there's some pretty good kick returns here and there. I mean, one of the Buccaneers starting players did get injured though. One of their starting corners, I believe, may have broken his arm, and is one of the first plays of the game. So we'll have to see how that injury is, because they're a little short at cornerback a little bit. The Cowboys were kind of burning them a little bit today. Like if CeeDee Lamb didn't drop all those passes, he maybe would have had 140 yards, just like Amari Cooper.
yeah.
Uh,
But no, on the Bucks defensive line, I wanted to especially give a shout out to Vita Vea.
yeah, he was definitely doing good there.
Man, every all of what I watched of that game, I just kept hearing his name, Vita Vea. There he is, and then they put him on the offensive line for the rush.
He's really not even on Google's stat sheet
Yeah,
here.
he's not on there. I was just looking for that. I can't
I
find
know,
his stats.
Google trash. ESPN, I go. Like, how do you not have Vita Vea there?
Right.
He was literally their first round pick last year. He's not on ESPN's either. Does he not exist? Is he just a made up person that we made up?
Nah, dude, he's real. I looked him up.
I don't know, man. Like, they have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin in here before they have Vita Vea. Why isn't he on any of these stats? I mean, there's people that win 0-0 and are on these stat sheets. So even if he didn't technically have any stats, he should be here.
Okay. So there were more sacks. Vita Vea got 2 sacks.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that probably sounds about right. I
No,
remember.
wait, no. Never mind. This 2020. Where?
I'm going to the full play-by-play here. See what's up. Here, 3-play punt. Nine-play punts. I also see if Vita Vea even got like a tackle just to see if he even had some sort of stats. Because I'm just curious why he's not on any of these stats that I'm looking up here. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
He got 1 tackle. What?
He should be on the stats.
Hold on. No, he didn't.
I'm looking him up.
Hold on. Hold on. His 2021 stats are 1 tackle because he recorded 1 tackle in the game against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But that's not the 2021 season.
Alright, let's see here.
I know he got at least 1 tackle. I saw him get a tackle.
How do they?
How can we not find Vita Vea's stats anywhere?
Like, yeah, how is he the only one that doesn't have his like 2021 stats out right now? Like, literally on ESPN right here, it has his previous game listed as this last game that just happened, Tampa versus Dallas. Yet they don't have the stats here. They don't have it in his recent games.
Maybe he's not real, because every time I try to search Vita Vea's stuff, it auto goes to Bing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, he's not real. He doesn't exist.
Oh,
This is
all right. Well,
this is
I
a
guess we
fake
can't
person.
talk about his stats, but
I mean, I guess we just mistook and heard the wrong name for that person that got held at the end of the game. There, you know, it wasn't Vita Vea that got held. It was I couldn't tell you.
right. Well, I guess then we could talk about Devin White. He had 8 tackles. That's pretty good.
He's definitely a pretty good player. I mean, the defense definitely could have. I mean, you don't like to see 29 points. Your enemy team had 29 points, and you have to win by a field goal the last second. You know.
The only field goal they kicked, and Ryan Sugup's 100% for field goals this year.
Let's talk about the Cowboys kicker. He was looking iffy. Greg
Yeah,
Zerline.
he's not 100% for field goals this year.
What happened to Greg Zerline? He used to be so good, and now he looks like he has the yips.
Yeah, he was. It was hit or miss. Was he gonna hit? Well, I mean, it was literally hit or miss.
Right, like he is just like the ones he was making were hooking pretty far to the side, and we're looking close.
But that last one, that almost game winner, right down the middle, perfect.
Yeah. He did hit the one he needed to. There's one right before half though, 60-yarder that he needed to hit.
Yeah, he did not get that one.
Did not quite. It was a few yards short, and it hooked left.
Yeah, it hooked left, but even if it wouldn't have, it was not going that far.
Yeah, no, it was short. It was definitely short. He didn't have quite enough oomph on it.
It just dawned on me. I don't think we even said what the final score of this game was in the beginning of this. 31-29 Buccaneers.
Yep, 31-29 Buccaneers. That's true. I don't know if we probably should start off with that, but yeah, it was a pretty good game. I think it was a pretty good opening game, back and forth.
Would have been a hell of a game to be at.
I don't know. Never been to one, so I wouldn't know.
We're going this year.
That's right. Get the experience. Let's see here. Any other good stats? Why do they have all these offensive players listed on the defensive stat line? Some of them I understand because they get tackles on the interceptions and yada 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 and all this other stuff, so they get the stats. But Ali Marpet, he's the offensive lineman. Why is he up in this defensive category for the Buccaneers?
Right.
I'm pretty sure he was on the ESPN ones too, so it's just I don't understand these stat sheets, man. They don't make sense to me. Let's see here. What the? Oh. What? XP? There's experience points in real life? What? I'm on the Buccaneers website and I'm looking at their.
You trying to find Vita Vea still?
Maybe. Let's just say he hasn't popped up yet. he's literally not here. Oh, there he is.
Well, I don't think we have anything else to talk about this week, so tune back in on
And I don't know, are we doing a Sunday night to talk about those games, or are we going to do it on Monday?
Sunday night. So
Sunday night.
tune back in on Monday for the recap of Sunday's games.
Yep.
We
Hopefully it's a
out.
good one.